Hello, hello, hello. You can go ahead and take a seat right there. Take a seat right there. Go ahead and relax. You're here for your appointment, right? Yes, awesome. Okay. I'm Mal. I'll be your tailor and your stylist today. We're basically just going to be measuring you, asking you a couple questions about what you want for your wedding attire, which is so exciting. What's your name, your pronouns, who are you marrying, how long have you been engaged? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Wow, that's awesome. They sound lovely. Lovely indeed. But we can go ahead and get started. I saved a couple of reference photos based on what you wanted. You wanted something a little more intricate, something different, more of an alternative wedding design. Am I correct? So all of these, I would say, have different things that I was kind of drawn to based on what you wanted. And we can kind of talk about it, discuss it, see what you want, right? But was there any certain way you wanted to present yourself? Like, did you want specifically a dress, just a tux, like a in between, like it's just something very alternative? Okay, so we can go ahead and get started. I'm gonna pick a colored pencil to kind of poke out what I'm talking about. So we have this first one right here. Sorry. As you can see, I really like this, whatever is going on right here. I'm not sure if this is like a corset. The picture is very blurry, but it looks like it's part of the shirt. And it's just very intricate. It falls down below the waistline and onto the pants, which is what I really, really enjoy. I really enjoy like all of this, how you can see it against the black. And then, of course, the jewelry and accessories. I think the tux is a little bit boring for what you're trying to go for. Yeah? Okay. So, yeah, but you like the intricateness and intricaticity of this, yes. Okay. Okay. So, and also, did you see that bow? Also, all these photos are from Pinterest, okay? I just took. Okay. This one's a little bit different. As you can see, it's kind of like a tux and a dress. Like, this is if you want something kind of like very in between. It's not very alternative. I guess it is alternative, but it's still kind of traditional in the way that you'd be wearing a tux and a dress. But what I like is like the lace, the beautiful lace going down the arms, the lace here, and then the ruffles on the pants and kind of coming around. What do you think? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, like, I also like how low it comes here. But yeah, again, you like the design, but not really like the body of it. Yeah. Okay. So this was more for like the back. So if you wanted to do like a tux, we could add a cape, kind of like not a veil, but it will follow you a little bit. And I really like the bow in the middle and then how it just comes out. If you wanted to do like a dress, we can also still do this on top to kind of add layers and texture. We could think on it. I'm just gonna show you these pictures, okay? Yeah. Because the next one I think is really cool. Like, it's very alternative in the way that it's not really a tux, it's not a dress, but it's like, you know, it gives traditional wedding. Hold on, I'm gonna close the window, okay? It's a little loud up there. Okay. I hope you didn't see me. Sorry. But this one, I really like almost every aspect of it. The shoes here, I like how they're not like the traditional, you know, wedding attire shoes. They're big boots that come up like all the way to the knee. And my cat is grooming herself. Anyways, and then the pants, you see, they're just kind of basic, but it's because the top is what's bringing the attention. Like, I really like this, and like the jewelry on the arm, and like this. It comes down kind of like a dress. We could even do it lower, so it's even more like a dress, where the belt can come more towards maybe like the waistline. So instead of like coming up here, it's like down here and more dress-like. And this is more of like accessorizing. I was thinking we could do something with like cubic zirconiums maybe, and you can just wear it under whatever you're wearing. Like if you did want that low neckline. Yeah, so here, just move over a little bit, okay? Because my base is right there, and it keeps hitting my back. But yeah, so you can wear this under, and it could even extend down your arms, maybe. And then this is just like we could do this on anything, like an open back. I think the open back would be super sick with a low neckline. And then we do like some sort of like cape dress action with pants and big boots. What do you think? And then we definitely add like the intricate designs right here of like the floral and on down the arms. Did you want it to be like long sleeve or short sleeve? Okay, so yeah, because it's probably gonna be really hot. Where are you getting married? Yeah, okay. So we'll probably do short sleeve then. And then that's when we could bring in this, or, you know, we could do like the arms here and this and like the rings, you know what I mean? With the open back. And then, you know, we can also add some lace. I think this was a very modest design. Do you want to be like pretty modest, or are you open to the open back? We can add layers. Yeah, we can add layers just in case it gets cold, you know what I mean? But like the jacket, I really like here. The big boots. And if you don't want to do like a completely open back, we could do like the lace again on the open back. Yeah, I really like how it looks kind of like spinal like, and it comes out this way. But yeah, and again, another design. This is even more of like a spine, but it includes kind of like a floral, if you can see that. Yeah, so yeah, did you want to do more of like a cape kind of like this with like the lower big boots, and the accessories, of course. Okay, so now that we have that, I can go ahead and get your measurements started. Let me go ahead and open a document for you because we are going to be seeing you multiple times, just to make sure that the measurements are still correct, because we can always like tailor it to your measurements according to the time. We just can't do it on the wedding day, you know what I mean? We could do like little tailoring things, but not like a big adjustment. So it's good to like kind of check up with you, yeah. Okay, so I have my notes here. Okay, and I'm going to be using this little measuring tape, and I'm just going to get the general measurements today, and then I think we'll save the precise measurements for later, because we just need to like cut the fabric and everything, and like order the fabric and just know the general like what we need. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna measure your shoulders first. Okay, so I'm just gonna measure. Okay. And then we're gonna measure around your neck, okay? So I'm just gonna take a little bit here. And I'm just gonna come around here and measure your neck. Now we're just gonna measure down your neck. So that'll be about 4. And I'm sorry if you hear me talking to myself. I'm just really focused on getting these measurements because this can take a long time of just me measuring you. Because I love my job. I love measuring. So, let me know if I'm going hella slow. But, so now that we have around your neck and down your neck, I'm gonna get around your shoulders, okay? This is kind of a weird one, so stay still. Gonna come around here and just measure. Okay. Now we're gonna measure like under your armpits. So go ahead and put your arms up. Put your arms up, 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 up. Okay. I'll try to be quick because I know a lot of people are ticklish with this one. So I'm just gonna come around here. And it looks like you are 35. I'm gonna go around your abdomen and just relax, okay? So now, before we go to your waist, we're gonna go down your arms, okay? So I'm just gonna go at the top of this arm, and then just go down, and then the top of this arm, go down, okay? So and then we'll measure your hands at a later date, because that is a whole thing if we're gonna make you gloves and everything like that. Sorry. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to this arm. And we do both arms separately, just because they can be asymmetrical. So we put 5. And then your forearm. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to your waist, okay? So I'm just gonna have you move back a little bit, and I'm going to come around. And we're gonna just measure your waist. Okay. And now I'm just gonna have you prop up your leg right here, and I'm gonna measure your entire leg, and then like sections of your leg, okay? And then I'm gonna do the same to the other one. So just put your leg right here, and I'm just going to damn, you got long ass legs. Okay. And then you can put your leg down, and just go ahead and put your leg here. Then we're gonna measure around your legs. So I'm just gonna measure around this. And then measure around this one as well. Okay. And then we're just going to get the bottom portion of your legs, and that's basically it. So I'm just gonna come down here, okay? And I'm just gonna measure around your knees, and then measure around your calves, and then down here. And then same for this leg. Okay. So I'm just going to measure around your leg. And then one more measurement. Okay. so we are all set for today. We will have you come in for a couple more measurements, but we'll do it by sessions because we're not going to be working on everything at once, basically. But we have what we need, and I hope you have a great rest